All right, here we are out here again at the range. We're going to talk today about use of cover. It would always be better to have something between you and a threat that you're engaging, but we need to learn how to utilize it to the best of our ability, maximizing our concealment. In other words, we need to minimize ourselves as a target. So what we have out here on the range today is a depiction of cover. This is a simulation. Obviously it's a piece of plywood, and plywood does not stop bullets, okay? But this gives us something to work with so we can start learning to use cover and learn to keep our body behind it as much as possible. When using cover, if it is something that makes good cover, it is good cover if I'm up close to it or if I'm back away from it. So really what we want to do is have some kind of standoff from the cover. All right, this will give me room to maneuver, and it'll still make good cover for me. All right, plus if I'm up real close to cover, I have to extend my weapon out past it in order to engage a threat, and that starts to maximize my exposure, and I don't want to do that. Also, I may not know what's on the other side of this. This could simulate a corner of a hallway, a doorway, whatever it is, and if I don't know what's on the other side of that, I don't want to stick body parts and weapons past it in the event that somebody's hiding on the other side of it. So we learn to take some standoff from cover, and I want to maximize it. So here with this simulation, I'm going to get right as close to the edge of it as I can without exposing myself. And downrange, I've got some targets set up that I'm going to start to work just a little bit, and I'm going to engage those as they come into my view. So from right here, all right, I can't see the target to my far right. All right, so I need to work this cover until that comes into view. So I have my weapon out here, okay? I want to just take my time taking little pieces of the pie, so to speak, here as I come up close to that cover. So once I get close to it, I'm just going to start edging out until I've got view on the threat. And now I am not, it doesn't look probably like I have passed the cover, but I already have a visual on the threat, and all I'm exposing is basically the sights and muzzle of my gun so that I can engage the threat here. So once that threat comes into view, I can go ahead and take action. Okay, and if I needed to look for other threats, all right, since that might not be the only one, once that's neutralized, I'm going to keep working my cover here, just rolling out until I've got sights on. Okay, and while I'm still clearing that area there, I work my way around until my other threat comes present. All right, and that gives me a way to learn to utilize my cover. Now, I want to make sure I don't expose myself without making sure those threats are down, but you can see how I just take little slices of the pie as I work my way around there. The other way to utilize this is just to work on rolling back and forth between your cover. It's nice, since I'm right-handed, that if everything was cover I had to clear to the right, it'd be pretty easy for me. But it's not. We live in a, three-dimensional world, so I may have to clear something that's not as comfortable for me and come out the other side of the cover. So I'm just going to do a little bit of work here where I roll out and I can engage my threat. Okay, and then I'm going to come across to the other side where I roll out, where I engage the same threat. Okay, and I hold them and work on coming out both sides. A little bit uncomfortable, but I need to learn how to be able to do it on both sides of the cover.